We're back.
We lost our whisper.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know where we lost you guys.
By demons. We had to sacrifice Strash.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens. Look, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
I don't know where we lost you. So the Eruvian contingent is there. Linnea's there. Zamira, a young girl, a demon summoner, is there.
Oh no, we know her name now.
Lissa is like a pirate queen, basically. She looks like an English pirate lass with her bodyguards, and we're ready to. Eruvian is Egyptian, from what I gather. Yeah, that's very close to true. Yeah, that's a good touchstone for Eruvia. Ancient Persia, Egypt.
Yeah, I was getting a like Sand Sisters vibe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Perfect. Sand Sisters are super Eruvian. Yeah.
I would like to know what Eruvia's opinion of having multiple wives is, because I want to marry all the fine ladies in this room.
Yeah.
Right now.
They, not so much wives specifically, but Eruvia is cool with multiple spouses. They are
cool. I will be high concubine to all of them.
Duskwall, not so much. Duskwall likes
fuck this dump.
Couples.
This place is garbage. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Take me away, my princesses.
All right, just start the round of proposals, just like the area of effect proposal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the expected behavior for you guys is there are 3 chairs, in front of Lissa's desk. You're expected to go sit in them. What do you do?
I perch.
Of course, yeah. The man dressed like a bird perches in one of the chairs.
But yeah.
On the chair, yeah, right.
Relative to the desk, is everyone standing kind of behind it, in front of it?
The Eruvians are like off to one side, facing the chairs. Lissa's bodyguards are kind of standing around in the worst places. So when you sit in the chairs, they're like in your blind spots and stuff.
I walk up to the side of one of the chairs, and I take my coat off, and I hold it there behind me. Like, is no one gonna take this? Or like, not them, but someone?
Nope.
And then no servants? God, I'm so embarrassed for them.
No servants. Have you ever been anywhere with servants? I guess Roth's house. Roth's house, maybe. Yeah.
Everybody's all fancy now. I would.
No, Lissa does not look fancy. Lissa looks like she'll pry someone's gold teeth out of their head with a knife.
Yeah, I mean, I would also do that, but I feel like you'd use those gold teeth to buy someone to fucking butler your shit.
There's no buttling at all. You hold it for a long moment and then nothing happens.
Yeah, and I think I just shake my head, sad that moment came and went the way it did.
There was the butlering just.
And then I like flourish the coat over the back of my chair and I sit down.
Do you try to make eye contact with Linnea? She is pointedly not doing that, but she's in a position where you can like get in her line of sight.
I think when I sit, I look at her.
Yeah.
So that she knows I'm looking at her, and I wink really obviously.
Okay.
And then I turn my attention away from her, like, I see you. You're hot.
Wait, are you talking about Lissa? Or Linnea's sister?
This is Linnea. This is the look I give her.
Are you looking at Linnea? Okay.
Yeah, I look at Linnea. I see her. I'm like, what up, girl? All right, business.
It's your man.
Yeah. Don't worry, Canter's here.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, but I get it. We gotta be all business right now.
Yeah, totally. You gotta play it cool.
Listen, the last time I was in a room this full of Eruvians, it went great. So,
I mean, everything. Yeah, it was a win.
Yeah,
a win-win. Everyone else sits down.
Yeah, RC sits, and she kind of almost winces a tiny bit that there's no 4th chair for Cyclops.
So Cyclops, he doesn't trump them. That's
man. I forgot Cyclops was here. He didn't even take my coat, motherfucker.
No, he did not. He's not your fucking butler.
You're gonna have words.
Cyclops is not your butler.
One-eyed piece of shit. I know, but like,
You gotta reassess
Whoa.
that shit, Canter.
We gotta talk about that.
He is
shit.
the furthest thing from a butler.
Yeah.
But he
didn't-
strikes a middle ground, and he stands in one of the bodyguard's blind spots, and he's just like, he's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Move? Fuck you. I got this guy.
Yeah. Word.
Does that guy have the balls to adjust? No, he doesn't. He's gonna look like a wuss if he does. He's just gonna have to stand there and take it. The guy standing like this, and Cyclops is like here. He's just in the worst possible spot for this bodyguard. He's like, yeah, I got you. You make a move, I fucking kill you.
Love it.
Yeah. So Lissa, she has her feet up on the desk, and she's like super casual. Of course. Imagine you're going to this meeting, and Canter is the host of the meeting. This is essentially the situation you're in. She's just like, ha, I'm the queen of the world, motherfuckers. Time for you, her whole demeanor. She hasn't even said anything yet, and you can just tell it's all over her face. You're like, oh no, oh god. I thought there was only one of them.
Yeah, they might be. But it's like, my God, she's magnificent.
Yeah, she has given no fucks about you at all. You usually get a look because you're a pretty snappy dresser. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She just doesn't. The level of which she doesn't care about you it's deep. It's real deep.
Man, we're gonna have a not giving a fuck about each other contest.
Yeah, it is. It's
like,
on.
It is on. Like I look at anything in the room except her. Like, oh, look at this exciting painting over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She is not caring at a whole new level.
Oh, man.
This is a really deep and important and kind of emotionally charged scene. But Oscar totally just wants to pull like a Scott Pilgrim versus the world and like just sidle right up to that 17-year-old and be like, so, I see you have a demon whip.
Mm-hmm.
We should talk.
Yeah. The total
But
Edgar.
It's
It's the Edgar Wright edit where it's like, and you like pull up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sidle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Sadly, no. Although I think something passes between you and the young lady. She clearly sees you and is like, yeah, you're one of my people. I'm getting a whisper vibe from you for some reason. Maybe it's the bird mask. I don't know. I'm just
Big Leviathan.
I don't know. Maybe.
RC sits down. She doesn't take her coat off because her coat is her armor.
Yeah.
And does not expect that this isn't sure this isn't going to get ugly, and is just trying to take everybody in. I'd say I'd like to survey for what's going on, but I think I don't know, it's a little preemptive at this point because no one said anything.
Let's hear their speech.
Yeah.
So she's just kind of eyeing everyone.
So Lissa, she just enjoys this for a little longer than you would. Everyone sits down. The Aruvians are there. They clearly want to get this over with. They're all like practically leaning forward, like, yes. There's a pause when everyone sits where Alyssa ought to come to business, but instead she's like, It takes this long moment where everyone's like, come on. But no, she reaches over, she has this tricorn hat, and she like puts it on and adjusts it, and she's like,
So I want to say that everyone in this room is less prepared for this attitude than Oscar and RC are.
Yeah, that's right. I fucking warmed your
Totally
asses
don't.
up to this
this
shit.
is normal, weekly, just daily
Well,
shit.
because that's the thing. Every time she does something that's like, I'm gonna wait and make you talk first. I'm like, no, I'm less interested. I'm like, huh, my nails are so interesting right now. Let me just adjust my hat. Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Squeak my chair on the floor a little.
It's chair scrapes on the ground.
Adjust it really. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's uncomfortable. Like, it's not just a moment. It's like it goes on for a little while, and everyone's just like, come on. And right about that point, Lissa stands up and she does the thing where she, instead of standing up and talking to you, she walks away as she's talking to you. Like over her shoulder, you know?
I admire this girl's style.
She doesn't go and like stand at the window and stare at the. She doesn't quite do that.
I don't think we've met an NPC that I've wanted to kill less than this one.
Yeah, and there's no preamble. There's no like flowery language or so. Why have I summoned you here? She doesn't do that.
More like you and I.
No,
than you think.
There's none of that. There's none of that. She walks away, talking away from you, so you can kind of only sort of hear her. And she says to you three, it's sort of obvious, but it's to the room in general. But in context, she must be talking to you. She says, "Hand someone over for the murder of the Red Sashes." And she like walks over to the balcony. She just says it like, "Do this now. Hand someone over for the murder of the Red Sashes." And the bodyguards like.
Does Linnea react to that? Like I'm keeping an eye on her.
You want to study Linnea?
Yeah, I do.
She is clenched jawed, like stone facing this shit. But you can try to read her if you want to.
Sure. Yeah, I would like to.
Yeah.
Because I'm gauging my emotional response off of her. Like otherwise, I'm just gonna keep being me.
Gotcha.
Like, scared of nothing because I'm too stupid to. Okay.
You can study her. Do you want to push yourself?
No.
Do you want a devil's bargain?
I don't have the stress for that. I'm rolling. What am I rolling for this?
Study.
Study.
I mean, you tell me, but it sounds like you're studying her.
Yeah, it's study. That's all I got. I'm not fighting her, and I'm not hunting her. So
you are not currently hunting her, no.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'll just roll. I'll roll the one die as is.
All right. I mean, I have a devil's bargain if you want it.
I don't want to hear you, stupid devil's bargain.
Okay. Cool.
No, because I think that would upset the balance of things, and it's just a casual like
that's my devil's bargain. Everyone notices you do it.
Yeah, I don't. It's just a look at her like, is she sweating? Or and I might not notice. I might not devote enough time to notice.
Sure.
What's my position?
It's risky. Standard.
Risky?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Boop. I got 3.
You can resist it if you want. You do not get a read on her, and everyone notices you studying her. It's not smooth. You're like.
I mean, I did wink at her earlier, so like I could just be leering at her. So it's
you get nothing from her, and like it's long enough where you're like trying to get her to look at you. You're like, "Hey babe, hey babe, hey babe." Like you're not saying anything, but you're like doing that, and she's not reacting, and it's enough where the rest of the Aruvian contingent like looks at you like, "Dude, give it up. She's not gonna fucking look at you."
Yeah, totally.
Now you can resist that if you want.
I mean, I think the thing with resisting here, and I'm gonna forego that, is that you're asking a person with gray shade conspicuous role.
That is exactly what I'm doing.
I ain't got that shit.
Thank you for speaking my language, Adam.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Not happening.
That shit's not happening at all. No. Yeah, so into this moment, Linnea gives you a command. Hand someone over for the Red Sashes murder, and then that hangs in the air, but then everyone in the room spends the next few minutes, the next minute, like, looking at Canter, like, dude, she's not, like, no, stop, don't, she's clearly not, what, no, and it's a moment. Yeah, everyone experiences the moment except for Lissa, who's off in the distance. And does anyone say anything?
I stand up because she stood up and walked away.
Yeah, when you stand up, there's a raise in tension in the room.
Yeah,
but these guys aren't so jumpy to like go for anything. There's just a general like.
I totally give like the closest bodyguard to me like the look of like, oh yeah, I could fucking kill you right now. I could grab you and throw you out that window to your death. Fuck you. But
Will they accept anything else?
You can roll command, or he doesn't give a shit about your look.
Yeah, sure. I'll roll command.
Risky standard.
Risky standard.
This is the hilarious part of the game where we all can't roll.
Yeah, I know. We've all been kicking out.
Here it comes.
Get him, Marcy. Knock him dead. Talk shit, roll crits.
Well,
Talk shit, roll crits.
here's what I
right.
want. Here's what I want out of it, though. I want him to break eye contact with me. I want him to look away.
Sure you do, yeah.
People to see that.
You want to? I mean, and this is a like status moment, but this is also a tactical moment. You're gonna put this guy. You're gonna make him vulnerable to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa. I have a similar devil's bargain, which is just that everybody sees me doing this, and everyone sees me kind of fronting.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. This is. I mean, the Eruvians are practically like recording this.
Yeah.
They're watching. They're just like soaking in everything everyone does and watching everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And RC is not being subtle.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's fine. Yeah, I like it.
Uh,
Your reputation and your standing with them is at risk.
Cool. So risky, standard effect?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Oh. Interesting.
You do it, but the complication happens.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take the clock, right?
Cool. What's the clock? Or is it just
a status with the Eruvians? It's already down, but
that's fine.
it's a 4 o'clock. I'm going to take it. So basically, you intimidate this dude. Like the scary RC just comes out of nowhere. And they've been in this room with these killers for who knows how long, waiting for you guys to show up. And then you show up, and then when one of these guys makes like this tiniest little misstep, RC just shuts his shit right down with the icy. Do you even say anything to the guy? You just stare at him.
No, I just stare at him.
You stare at this murderer that the Eruvians have been watching for a while, and you shut his shit right down, and he reconsiders his life choices. And the Eruvians are like, oh yeah, these are the murderers we've been looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are definitely the ones.
That's fine. There's no love lost there. And I say, who wants our man? To Lissa.
To Lissa, yeah.
Who's asking? Who is making this request of us?
She leans up against the arch stone window. That's not a window, but archway. So you get the profile view with the moon behind her, and she whips out a cigarette and lights it. Puts her knee up and leans back against the stonework, blows the smoke, and she gestures at the Eruvians like,
Right.
Just sort of vaguely, and
Yeah.
the elder lady there, she starts to walk forward, and one of our bodyguards it like does the Secret Service thing where they're like, oh no, you're not going anywhere. Yeah. And Alyssa's guys are like, what is this? What's happening? And there's a moment of like near panic. But she pulls up short, and one of her bodyguards is like interposed. And she says, I did not come here to play games. We know what you did. You have killed our people. The Northerners do not care and will do nothing. We will have our vengeance on you and yours. Tell us who killed Malera. Tell us now. Justice will be done and the matter will be closed. That is the best we can offer.
Chat has some really good advice right now.
I mean, like, I think God, Canter's such a piece of shit. I think so. She says that she's like, justice will be done or whatever, and I think I chuckle, right? I'm like, oh, honey, you came to Dustfall looking for justice? Shit, bitch, you're in the wrong town. And I look around the room and I'm like,
no.
Yeah, and I'm like, I kind of shrug. I'm like, so some random Maruvians get done in the street, and what you come up here looking for us to make it better? And I just gesture around. I'm like, this is how this shit works. Kind of shrug, like the way my demeanor now is the same as if someone had asked me, "Hey man, you got some spare change?" And I'm like, sorry, dude. Like,
it's like I feel so bad for you for being so ignorant.
Yeah, we have nothing for you. You've come to the well is dry. The well of our giving fucks has dried up, and there's nothing for you here. But yeah, so I'm like apologetic. I'm like, you can't. You think it's that this is how it works, but like, it's not. What does
Marlowe say on The Wire? He says, "You think it's one way, but it's the other way."
Yeah.
So
yeah, like,
let me tell you two things, Adam. There's probably a role here. All of you might be rolling. I don't know.
Question about where Canter is. Is he standing up to say this? Is he still sitting back, like picking at his fingernails? Like, where does he?
No, I mean, if this is a game of, I was gonna say one-upmanship, but it's one-downmanship. I gotta care the least of anyone in the room, so I don't. Yeah, I don't even like look at her when
you're like sprawled in your chair.
Yeah, I'm just like lean back and I'm just like, this sucks for you. Like,
all right. So two things. One, Lissa falls in love with you.
Sure.
Like, as hard as you possibly can.
All right.
And it's totally obvious. Like, you're giving no fucks and not looking at her in any way, and she's doing the same to you. Mm-hmm. And it's like she is playing a tuba solo in Canter's honor about how much she loves you out of the corner of your eye. When you act this way, like, everything about her just electrifies, and she's just like, this man is the greatest person I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
you found your cricket.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was gonna say maybe it's not obvious to everyone else, but she's just like you. It's fucking obvious to everyone else. Maybe not to Canter. I don't know, but
I mean, she's probably legitimately feeling the way Canter assumes everyone feels about him all the time.
Yeah,
there's just another person on Earth that loves Canter as much as he does.
You just did the thing that she wants. That's you are her and she is you, and she just can't believe that it's possible that someone could be this fucking reckless and wild and cool, and your code is really interesting. Yeah, it just comes out in a flood. And like, again, she's not subtle about this in any way. So in this really heated moment where the Aruvian diplomat is like pressing you, everyone in the room has to have an awkward moment where Lissa falls in love with you. Like, everyone sees that, everyone witnesses it, and they're just like, this is the wrong fucking time for what the fuck is this? But everyone has to just endure it because this is what's happening right now. That's what's going on.
I don't have stretch tracks to say no to that.
So that happens, and Lady Evrothi, the Aruvian diplomat, she looks at Lissa like, what the fuck? This is not our agreement. Like, we had a deal. What the fuck? And Lissa doesn't back you here.
Sure.
She doesn't back the Bloodletters. She's just like, And she doesn't shrug at Avrathi like, oh, it's your problem now. She's just like, she's shrugging at Arcee. She's like, I don't give any shits about what you have to say at all. I said deliver a dude for the murder of the Red Sashes, and you're gonna fucking deliver a dude. But she doesn't say that. She stubs her cigarette out, and she turns and looks you in the eye and is like, do I have to say it again? Do I fucking have to say it again?
She looks at Arcee and say that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So I love the awkwardness of it.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I turn away from her because she's not in control on Arcee's mind. She's not the one. She's not the one. Like, and I go to this older woman.
Yep.
I walk up to her, and I like pull my coat back.
Oh man, what's that actress? She has the coolest name. She's on The Expanse.
Yeah,
she plays
that's already who I was thinking of.
She plays the spy, the diplomat spy envoy. Oh, I love that actress. She's so cool. It's totally her. Yeah.
I cannot even begin to imagine how to pronounce this name.
She was on 24. She's had so many great roles. She's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name, but she's cool. Yeah,
I'm looking at her right now. I can't tell you how it's
that is definitely her.
Nice. I want to know who this person is, but that's okay.
Yeah, give me a link or something, Adam. I'll put it up.
I post one in chat.
Oh wait, in what chat?
Ah,
in that chat.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Her name is Shora Agdashio. Agdashlu. Shora Agdashlu.
Could be.
She's so awesome.
She's the best.
Yeah, I do remember from 24. She's amazing.
Totally her. Yeah.
I was actually totally imagining her as that actress already.
Her accent is amazing. She has this like beautiful, I don't even know what it is. It's so good.
Yep.
I was not doing it justice. I wasn't trying to do it justice.
Sure.
You at least do some lovely accents, John. I don't even
the
try
best.
because I butcher them.
She's the best. Anyway, it's her. So yeah, so you're talking to clearly the person in charge, which is our friend Shora here.
Yeah. And I pull back my coat, and there's the hilt of my blade. Because I didn't come here unarmed. Like that shit.
No, she's armed too. Actually, she has a dagger in her belt.
Yeah. And I say, I faced Malera on one-on-one combat, and I defeated her in her own school. And I'm trying to say this with the conviction of that makes it okay.
Yeah, you did not kill Mylera, but you are trying to convince them that that's how it went down. Yes.
Exactly.
I mean, it sounds like you're lying.
God, I love that the way you said that too. Like, as Canter, I heard more like a transitive property threat. Like, I fucked up my Lara and she was tough as shit. What are you gonna do? Like,
yeah, totally.
Of course. Because I'll fucking kill you too. Like that's what I hear, right? I hear that like, yeah, no, that makes sense. If the Red Sashes couldn't kill us, what the fuck are you bunch of losers gonna do?
I killed Mylera Clev. Who are you?
Yeah. Yep.
That's it.
Funny is that all
Interesting.
the people fronting are not the people that killed my lyric.
I know. So, Adam, that's a great point. Sean, are you using command to intimidate her, or are you swaying her to believe your lie?
There's some of both. Let's see. So, technically, I'm not. I chose my words carefully, and I didn't say I killed her. I said I defeated her because I did. At that point, Malera was like gone. The only
I think we drop stream again.
Oh no!
Ah, shit.
No.
You know the drill.
It's cool.
I'll start again.
No
We got to resolve this. I know it's late, but we got to do it.
Yeah.
It's too much to pass off to next time. I restarted. I think we might be back. We're back.
Okay.
Are we back?
All right. I'm back.
Yeah.
We're back. Sorry, guys. Twitch is being weird.
All right. So I specifically said defeated her, but I think there's an implicit lie here, and then I'm trying to convince them that I was the be all end all. That it wasn't the Canter shotter.
You're trying to take the blame for Canter.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's
I'm
what
trying to scare them in the process. So
and you are trying to scare them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think you can roll command. Yeah.
You sure? Okay.
I mean, if I'm scared of you, I may not look into your lie, right? If your lie is the lead, then you should roll sway if you want to like confuse them with your lies. But if you just want to intimidate them to the point where they're like, okay, yeah, you, sure, scary person, you, then the lie is kind of a secondary point. I think command makes sense here. Cool. Commanding the Aruvian delegation in Lissa's headquarters, arranged to trap you, is desperate. Obviously. Yeah.
Is it limited effect?
It is certainly limited effect.
Yeah. All right.
Do you want to push yourself for more effect?
Yeah. So I want to. Well, let me think of the reasons why it's limited effect. I'm losing in magnitude. I'm probably losing in quality. Although I do have a fine blade, so I can consider myself tier 3 in regards to the stabbing of things. You know.
That's true. That's a good point. But
situationally, I feel like I'm losing in potency as well. Yeah,
you're definitely losing on potency. If Cyclops, Canter, and Oscar like all stand up and act like they're gonna fight to the death, then the scale issue can kind of be dodged a little. But if it's just you like intimidating her just one-on-one, then it's okay. I think we're talking about limited.
All right.
But you can push yourself to standard if you want.
Yeah, I'll push myself to standard.
Okay. And so your goal is to take the blame for Mylera's death?
Yeah. And tell them there's not shit that they can do about it. Basically tell them that like we fought in a a duel.
I mean, it's a secondary, it's a follow-up to what I just said,
I
right?
killed her in a duel and tough shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like I was like, look, you think that justice is like a thing you can just like walk around asking people for, but you're out of your element. This is Duskwall. We know how this shit works. And then the follow-up is like, yeah, I killed my Lyra Clev in duel, whatever. That's how it goes.
So Canter, just to
set up action for me then. Actually, I'm thinking
that's exactly what I was going to ask. Yeah.
Because if you do a setup action for me, we can actually get great effect.
Yeah.
So let's get this straight, Adam. And God bless you. I love you. I love you, Adam. You're the best. I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm filled. My heart is full. You're going to say, you guys are Aruvian outsiders. Fuck you. You don't understand our ways. This is how things are done in Duskwall, and you Aruvian people need to understand the situation because you're foreigners. And fuck foreigners, and fuck you. This is the story that is being told by Canter Haig in this room right now in front of these people.
You know, I think it's not so much like the fact that they're foreigners is why they don't understand, but it's not their fault. They're ignorant.
It's not their fault that they were born in Aruvia.
Yeah. It's more like
that was just random chance.
Like, yeah, we're from here, and by here I don't mean just like the geographical space.
No.
Yeah, we are from the motherfucking street.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly.
You come here from your fucking demon castles made out of rubies or whatever, and try to act like you can push us around, but not in my house, right? That's the point.
Yeah.
Right, it's like you're out of your element, Donnie. Like, they're not. Yeah, sure. If I came to Aruvia and I shot your sister in the face, like, yeah, get up in my business and feed me to the demons. But here, we're the shit, right? Yeah. We're Duskwall. You're not.
Yeah, no, I hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. I just want to be clear about that's more the angle.
I think that's what everyone in the room hears.
Perfect.
Every single person.
Yes, every single person in the room. Yeah. Even people that I'm halfway through a countdown clock with.
They get that message.
Even them, yeah.
Sent to them.
It's good.
You're gonna make a setup roll for RC to improve her effect.
Good.
What action would you like to use to do that?
Fuck if I know, man. But what's verbal skirmishing? Like,
Yeah, verbal skirmishing.
I mean,
yeah, like
Sway, impassioned speeches are sway. You consort is in play here hilariously. Normally it's for like making friends and stuff, but this is just like straight talk. Like this is how
Yeah.
this is what our relationship is.
I'm just laying it out.
I'm
I'm gonna get one die no matter what it is.
I think so. I think
Sway-
you're in one die
Sway's
territory.
fine.
Let's call it consort. I think consort
Sure.
has a nice tone to it.
So
It's like you're a tour guide of Duskfall. You're
like, welcome to school where we give no shits.
we don't give a fuck, right? And like the thing is, there could have been a way to deal with this. Like I know,
Yeah, sure.
if I were in your position and a bunch of my friends got all fucked up, I would do something about it. But it wouldn't be asking to get someone turned over. You should have come up in our house with guns and swords and shit. Like,
yeah.
we should have rumbled this out. But you gotta be all weird about it,
You murdered all of their guys who can do that.
right? We won, so fuck off. Like,
All they have left are these dudes here.
yeah, it's like you mug somebody and their grandma comes to your house like, oh, you should give us your money back. And it's like, no, fuck you, grandma. Like,
Yeah.
they're done.
I agree. That's what's happening right now. You are saying,
God, I
fuck
thought-
you, grandma.
Yes, yes. And I thought Baja was being an old piece of shit, but one after another today. Just ancient garbage.
If
Just
anyone
washing
wants to
up.
make Canter Haig fan t-shirts that say fuck you, grandma, I think you can have
Yeah,
you can have
Canter Haig dressed as the emperor with a banner that says "fuck you, grandma."
have a little cottage industry selling those t-shirts.
Yeah. So just God, like I feel bad for them. I don't even have butlers. I thought they were. Maybe we killed their butlers too.
Monkey 8486 says, "Is there a get fucked action or a get fucked skill?"
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to like take a devil's bargain or push myself. I mean, the devil's bargain I feel here is like there is an Eruvian that I like actually give a shit about.
Yeah.
We'd upset and offend.
And you're just fucking hitting the nitrous on the steamroller of that situation. You should get a devil's bargain die for that shit.
Like, because this is the thing. When it comes down to it, like I think what I'm doing here as a player is making a statement that like there are things that I care more about than even the fact that I've spent several sessions pursuing her. I would light that shit on fire in a second if it meant that the gang got up in the world.
Well, and let's get like eerily real for a moment here about relationships. Like you're also saying like you gotta love me for me. I'm not gonna pretend to be someone else. This is who I am. If that's not what you want, then fuck that. We're done. Like I'm not gonna turn into someone for you. This is me. This is Canter Haig. You got into it knowing that I was like this, and this is how it is. And it's ugly and weird, and it's been that way all along.
Yeah, well, and I
And-
mean also because I'm Cantor, like I can flip it on her and make it her problem, right? And be like,
Well, that's the ugly other part of that,
Yeah.
which will.
This is who I am.
It
And
will,
if you can't handle it.
Yeah, that's the horrible part of it. But
yeah, totally.
I'm sure we'll get to see that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so Devil's Bargain die.
Yeah.
Is anyone assisting Cantor? Oscar's the only one left.
I am super conflicted about what's going on right now, so I'm just gonna let this play out and see
Okay.
what happens.
Yeah.
I've also got to save my stress in case I need to save everyone's ass.
that's
Sorry, guys.
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Let
Consider,
me whisper.
yeah.
Okay. What's my position here?
Desperate.
All right. And the effect?
In this case, just call it standard. But what'll happen is you'll boost RC's effect.
Okay. So I got 3 dice.
Cool.
All right. See how it goes. There's a six.
Oh! Canter Haig, everybody, in the clutch.
I will light my relationship on fire and I will use it to burn these people alive.
That's
because
right.
Nothing is more important than my fucking legitimacy on the streets.
Get a bonus die for tools, Adam.
So the The ball's up to you.
Here it is. All right.
Yeah, and you see it on their faces, RC. Like, Canter says that, and the Aruvians are just like, fuck, we are not in Aruvia. Jesus,
Yeah.
what have we gotten ourselves into?
And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to twist it a little bit to basically say, like, look, if you want to fight me right now, you and I can go. Like if you want to make something of this, if you want to duel with me, sure. That's how we,
But the same thing's gonna happen, right?
But I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. This is what happened before. This is how it went down. You've showed up wanting justice, and we can fucking do it again if you want to. Is that am I hearing you right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Command,
desperate.
obviously desperate. Take your XP for desperate, guys. Don't forget.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those now.
And boosted to great effect. Yes.
Yeah. Well, what I'd like to do, tell me if I can. All right, tell me if I can take the devil's bargain to get another tick on that clock, or if that clock has just been like filled up, eradicated by us being like, fuck you.
I
mean, I would see that clock just being like, nope.
I'll give you a devil's bargain to just finish it off.
Yeah, finish that clock up.
Yeah.
What clock is this?
The Aruvian status, just at war -3. Just that's over. Just fuck them. Like, yeah.
Oh God, you guys, that's like a level 5 game.
No, the Aruvian consulate's only tier 1, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the worst that could happen. I feel so terrible.
It's like it's like it would be a complicated situation politically.
It's complicated politically. It's the fact that we can't like firebomb the Aruvian consulate, and being at war means that we're permanently at 1 downtime act.
Oh yeah, Strauss, we can't firebomb the Aruvian consulate. Yeah.
All right. We'll just keep.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You don't tell Canter Haig what he can't do, especially when it comes to firebombing.
Right.
We don't have a lead.
So I'm gonna take the devil's bargain.
You're gonna take it? Okay. All right.
Yeah. I feel like I just declared it right now.
I mean, this is it. This is the showdown. Lissa
Right.
made a deal to get paid off by these people. She delivered you to them, and you guys are like, you know what? Why don't you go fuck yourselves?
Yeah.
So I'm at.
Take your demands.
I'm at plus. I'm at great effect for the devil. I'm going to take the devil's bargain for effect, and so I'm going to go for reduced to great effect. I don't have any bonus dice unless Oscar, you want to assist, but I don't know.
Again, I'm in the same position I was 2 seconds ago with Canter.
It's fine. All good. All right. Desperate. Great. No dice.
Oh my god!
Yes!
Holy
girl.
fucking
Yeah.
shit!
Damn.
The epitome of talk shit roll crits.
I put my hand on my hilts. It just like barely touches it. Like, do you want this? I'll do it right now.
Do any of you have the balls to draw down on me?
I will kill all you motherfuckers.
I mean, let's just take a moment to really honor what just happened here.
Oh boy.
What the fuck? So, I permit me a brief aside. I know we've gone long. I know it's late, but just indulge me for a moment. Every now and then, it's not common, but every now and then, somebody who plays Blades in the Dark complains to me about how their crew can't get anywhere. They have a lot of trouble making progress. Their enemies stomp on them, and they're like, "Yeah, I watched Bloodletters, and you know, they get stuff, they get what they want, and they like do everything, and they're like high tier, and they do blah 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 blah. John is just such pushover. He's not making things hard on him." What? This is it. Like what? This is the game. This is the game right here. Like you got. This is it. You're delivered into the most dire situation. Of course, Adam is willing to just burn down his character to solve problems. Of course, Oscar's willing to stand aside and be like, I can't. I have to be the fallback. I'm not gonna help you. Like, fuck you. It's on you. And of course, Sean's gonna be like, I'll take it for the team. I'm the leader. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take it. This is everything. This is the whole game in a nutshell. And on a fucking desperate roll against these people, he rolls a crit. Like this, it's not. This isn't some kind of difficulty slider. This is as hard as the game can be. And you guys are just willing to take the chances and willing to follow through and suffer the consequences of all this. And so I don't want to gloss this over and just be like, oh yeah, it's fine. Like everything's fine. You got a crit, so it doesn't matter. Like it really matters. The tightrope walking that happened in this situation was extreme, and you're all these devil's bargains have fucked you.
Yeah.
But they don't matter right now. Right now, RC Keel rolled a crit in front of everybody, the Eruvians and Lissa and God and Baby Jesus, and just wrecked their fucking faces in this scene. So, I don't know. Do you have more to say, Sean? Do you want to color this up a little bit? Do you want to make a speech? Like, you tell me. Like, this, what you do and say right now just eradicates the situation. They had you where they wanted you, and you just dominate them. And the Eruvians are done. They have no recourse. They're just fucked. So you kind of already said it. Maybe you don't have more to say, but if you do, feel free to follow through.
I want to like.
Is there just like silence and then the clicking of your heels as you walk out quietly?
I have an idea. I have an idea for your crit. If you're interested.
So there's a part of me that wants to talk about like how fucking tough and badass we are.
Yeah.
And a part of me, like in a small way, hopes it can win Linnea back over a tiny bit towards Canter.
See, I was kind of thinking something else, but we can talk about it. It's your crit. It's your crit, RC. It's your crit. Let me tell you what I think, and then you decide. You should get to decide. I'm totally willing, because Linnea, we've clearly established that she likes Canter because he's different. So I'm willing for that to be in play, even though we all want to see this be like the ruination of the relationship. Like, yeah, like the whole reason she was attracted to him from the beginning was that he was different. So let's entertain that as an idea for the crit. My idea is that the Eruvian diplomat Elstera Alvrathi, our friend Shora, the actress, the crit is you dominate here and you just shut all this shit right down. Or they're like, deliver someone to us for justice, and you're like, no, fuck you, and then they leave. But you and her, she becomes your contact. She's like, this woman gets shit done.
That was what I was going to suggest.
This is
around.
This is a person that I need in Duskfall. I need this someone like this to enact stuff, because I don't understand what this fucking place is all about, and you're the person that I need in my life. So you can take her as a friend or a contact from this.
I will, because what I had was looser. I think what I had in mind to say will still work, but I couldn't quite figure out how to put the pieces together to make this help Canter with Linnea. And I looked at them and I'm like, I have stared a Leviathan in the eye and been drowned in the void sea and still come back. You cannot stop me. And then I just like clink my sword back, like I'd like barely pulled it out. I'm like, let's go. And I like drop it in.
Yeah.
But I will totally take that contact.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I think what happens is like the Aruvian bodyguards and stuff, they're ready to go. And Avrathi is kind of ready to go. She looks you in the eye and she puts her hand on her knife. And she looks over at Lissa, and Lissa's just like, she doesn't say anything. She's not a wordsmith, but her whole body language and demeanor is like, damn, you just got wrecked. Like, whatever deal they had or whatever, Lissa's just like, she doesn't care. She's just like, what? Good luck. I don't know. She seems serious to me. Like, that's the whole demeanor. And so it's obvious that, like, the Aruvians and their contingent against the three of you and Cyclops is just going to, like, fight to the death here or something. And the Linnea's there, and, you know,
What side would she pick?
They don't want to do that. So when you're like, fine, let's fucking do this, the Aruvians are just like, that's not happening. So they don't say anything. There's a moment where the bodyguards are willing to fight, and then Avrathi takes her hand off her knife, and something passes between the two of you. It's not like we're friends now, but you know, there's an understanding between you. Game
recognized game.
Exactly. She's the most powerful. Aruvia sent her thousands of miles away to be their envoy in a foreign land. She's hardcore, and she just got really served by RC. And so, yeah, that's what passes. It's not anger and hatred. She's if you guys watch The Americans or any of those shows about that kind of spy stuff, where like the person that they put in charge of the embassy is like generally like a hardcore spy or a political power figure or something like that. This is who she is. Mm-hmm. And so she can set aside nationalism, justice, death, whatever. Like, she can recognize like, oh, I can use someone like you. I have shit I need to get done. And it's a long fucking list, and this is one thing on my list. RC Keel is someone that I need to talk to about getting other shit on my list done. And it's obvious to you as a character, Sean. Like, RC sees that exchange. Yeah. Like, so the devil's bargain comes true. The Aruvian consulate goes to -3.
I'll update that in the sheet.
But the leader of the Aruvian consulate is your new friend, Lady Avrathi. It's a weird place to be.
Yep. It's a weird place to be.
Yeah, and Lissa just fucking has the best time. This whole situation was awesome. The Aruvians leave. Canter, like, Linnea just leaves with them. She doesn't say anything to you. She just leaves. Mm-hmm. During that process, Alyssa, Jesus. What's her name? Alyssa.
Too many L names.
Alyssa just comes at you full bore, Canter. Like, as the situation is done, your fiance fucks off with her people, and it's really awkward, and
I don't think she's not even my fiance yet. Like, I don't think we've even talked about that.
Yeah, whatever. Like, during all of that, Lissa just comes at you like...
That was Canter's thought process as she was about. She's like, she's not even my fiance yet.
Lissa's all over your shit. She's super into you and wants your guys to leave, and you should stick around and hang out.
It's what I deserve.
Yeah. Yep.
I've earned it.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yep.
Do you want to keep those clocks on your sheet? Do you want us to go ahead and delete them, or
I don't know.
That's
we'll rename them or something. We'll work on it.
We'll see.
I can get a different what's her name. The world is full of what's her names.
Good lord.
Really L names too.
Yeah.
All the same.
The good thing about the new relationship is it's tit for tat, right? Like, she doesn't even remember you really.
Yeah.
You seem cool, whatever.
It's not even a relationship. Like, I think we're both in that instance. It's like, it's not even about, it's the situation. We're both just like two incapable of future thought to beyond like the immediate like, fuck yeah, that was awesome. We should bone because that would also be awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
what's a better capper
Exactly.
on the evening?
There's this huge fucking desk right here. Like,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah, it is. It is all good.
Nice. Yeah, I know. And we're gonna leave you to that desk.
Yeah, RC and Oscar are like, bye. They're gone.
Actually, we're probably walking out, and Oscar's like, "Did you see their demon binder? I've always wanted to know."
RC could not roll her fucking eyes harder. I mean, like normally she does actually kind of humor Oscar's shit. Like she has some interest in the occult, but like right now it's like this is not what you should be. This is not what you should have been looking at. Can't believe I'm going to say, a line from Canter. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, she actually pulls a muscle,
It all turned out
rolling her
okay.
eyes.
Yeah.
It all turned out okay. I mean, what's the downside? At war with the Eruvians? Well, I mean, who cares?
We were already at -2 with them.
Everything's good.
Jim,
All right.
What's the name of that diplomat again?
She is Lady Elstera, Elstera, Avrathi, Avrathi. She is also on page something of the quick start. Page 35. She's listed in the notables of Duskwall.
Cool.
Thank you guys. Thanks so much for staying late. I appreciate it. It was a slog, but we got there. It was awesome. And
Yeah, we just got to prove how
Um,
fucking awesome we are.
should we do XP? Can we do it real fast?
Yeah, let's do it.
Is that possible? Let's do it. Let's start with RC Keel.
Okay.
If you're ready, Sean.
Yeah. I just needed to paste that in. Okay, cool. I've marked my two
Desperates are good.
my desperate commands, so my resolve is good. Did I address a challenge with threats or violence? I told Bajo he could get people killed. I told we pummeled. Yeah,
We told literally everybody to stick it up their ass.
It's kind of a shame that 2 is the max, because you should get 2 just for the last scene. Everything you did before that now is just kind of gravy, but yeah, 2. Definitely 2. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Yes, you certainly did. I think, again, I could see 2 for this. I think this was a pretty interesting drives and beliefs episode for RC, particularly at the party with Canter and Mercy, and I think Canter was our POV character here, where he kept saying like, damn, RC, like you're cool now, like you're different, you're changed, you're like all of your beliefs and drives were just like coming out in a way that was super obvious. And it's obvious that you're different than you used to be.
Perhaps going overboard, but I think that might have been RC's reactions to go overboard. But like her focus now is so much more on the Bloodletters and just not at all on becoming a Leviathan Hunter again. Like that's
I think
life.
I mean, I think that's the thing that's like a real strong parallel between RC and Cantor. That's the thing we have in common, and then we saw that this session. Like when it comes down to the wire, making the gang successful and powerful is more important to us than other things. Like those other things are just like falling away.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know. I could see 2 for that.
I will not refuse that.
I feel like it's. I think it's 2 because if Cantor notices it, then that's how we know.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
So cold came out seveal times.
It did. It certainly did.
It was a driving factor for me with Bajo. We went from affectionate, we're buddies, to no, you're gonna peddle our wares.
Yeah.
There were other times when it was there, but not like really significant. Like I think the last scene was just her being fucking ballsy. It wasn't really being cold. It was just being ballsy. So, but I thought I was gonna regret. I thought the vice was gonna be something I regretted, like sleeping with Canter, but that didn't really come up as a problem. I was like,
It actually worked out. It was
That's
okay.
because Canter is a cool guy and isn't going to be all up in your shit about something that happened at a party. All right.
And if it happens later, I'll take XP for it then. So I'm just going to take 1 for my interaction with Basha.
That seems fair. Yeah. Adam, do you want to change Cantor's playbook to cool guy?
Yeah. I was actually just finished writing it.
Yeah. Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I wrote it in crayon. I'm going to put the scans up on Drive-Thru RPG 10.
I filled up my prowess clock, so I'm going to take a dot. Something.
Nice. Any of those will be good for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's probably going to be wreck. It didn't come out this game, but something
wreck.
you should have. It's like if it came to knocking down a wall, it feels like she should be able to do that.
I totally agree. Oscar, desperate actions. I think you've already marked them, probably.
Yeah, I only had 1.
Arcane
Oddly,
knowledge.
I had
That is unusual for you.
last time.
Knowledge or arcane power. Yes, big time. You went to bat with the spirit wardens and broke their shit down.
Yeah.
I made a ghost ally in the club.
Oh shit! Yeah,
And I created a cult. A trained circle of, mystic.
you did. We can only give you 2, but you should take it.
They're totally a cult, Oscar. Whatever you tell them is the thing, and the way that they do stuff.
It's just a matter of time. Someone on Twitter was talking about, oh, it's so cute how you guys think you're hawkers and not a Sataran cult. That's hilarious.
Hey, everything we've been doing the last 2 sessions has been about securing and distributing product.
It's true. Things have shifted.
So
Until Oscar gets his demon back.
Oscar got his demon back.
You're about to, yeah. Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, Oscar. Yeah.
I feel like yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
I think the party was definitely a big factor there. Just what drives Oscar and how he relates to people is not the way it works for everyone else. He's an outsider. He's weird. He doesn't fit in. And then he's a Skurlock. Exactly. Yeah. That's your heritage. That's your drive.
And I think you've always been really distant with Cricket, and always been and not only the training her, but earlier the preventing her from getting fucked up because your house is haunted and weird. Showed us that you have some soft spot for her.
That's a good point.
I didn't know if you did before because you're cold, and so often Oscar's like, fuck whatever I don't care. But you helped her.
Yeah, that was good.
So.
There's a thing there where it actually partially comes from I was, for a completely different reason, there was an email chain with someone else. You guys know it. I was trying to rewatch certain old episodes looking for certain spots. And one of the things I noticed was when Cricket first stepped up, Oscar actually promised her that he would teach her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been following him for all this time. And what he realized is that if he doesn't step up, he's going to essentially watch her commit suicide in slow motion. Because she was going to try to go out of her depth and do things that she couldn't know the right steps for. And this was just an example of it. And so he was like, I have 2 options here. Either I can just be like, not my problem, not my fault, fuck you all, I'm out. Or he could be like, no, I'm going to take responsibility for this and do this right. And he chose option 2. And that's really what that was. So.
Yeah, it's good. Good.
Beliefs, drives, heritage, background. 1, 2 XP?
I could see 2.
Yeah, I was thinking 2.
All right, cool. And then.
Vice or traumas, cold and reckless.
And weird. Well, your weird did end up with a situation where both Silver saw you and Rorik manipulated you into. Oh, did you drop off that thing, by the way?
Yeah. I was thinking about that during the scene. I didn't want to interrupt the flow. I think we should do a flashback about that.
Sounds like a plan.
Next time.
Yeah, we could do it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Cool.
We don't know. We don't know what happened.
That's what Oscar was up to. So yeah, I think at least 1 for
all right, cool.
Getting caught up with Rorik.
I agree.
I think I'm good.
Canter Haig, you took your desperate action XP, I assume.
I did, yeah. It's funny because I just keep piling on the playbook advances, but I'm very like very low on advances elsewhere.
So put the XP into your skill columns.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to.
The playbook advances are definitely the fun goal.
Well, yeah, like I've got one, two, I've got like 4 or 5 of those or whatever, and then but like my skills are all 2, like at most. 1 or 2. I only have 2 skills at 2. So, cool. Okay, so I'm 2 ticks away from another advancement in that spot. But let's see. So, address a tough challenge with violence or coercion.
Yep.
The 2 times that, yeah.
Take 2 for that.
Things that happened. Yeah. Cool.
That'll finish your playbook off.
Yeah, that fills that up, and then beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
There's a huge amount of like, this is what it's like to be in Duskfall, both with Bajo and with the Arubians. And it's funny because with Bajo, it was like, we both understand this is what Duskfall is like.
Yeah, it was for me. I found like those 2 scenes to be such an interesting like comparison or mirror, right? Where like the one totally made the second happen, right? Like if we hadn't had that moment with Bajo, I wouldn't have been like, yeah, like motherfucker, I cut a man this morning. Like,
yeah,
just I'm sick of this shit. Like you gotta understand, you gotta get straight. So, yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah, I think you should take 2 for that. And so in case we just haven't made it clear, like those 2 can go anywhere. They don't have to go in your playbook.
Yep.
You can put them wherever you want. Vice or traumas.
Yeah.
Unstable. Yeah, you were fucking unstable.
When Canter was like, I will burn everything down for the gang, I was like, that's some serious hardcore dedication, dude.
Yeah. I think we have to acknowledge the unstableness here.
Yeah, I say take 2 for it.
I mean,
so that gives me enough to bump my prowess over, which is exciting.
Nice.
So I'll have to figure that out, and then I'll pick another playbook.
Playbook advance and a prowess advance. Nice.
I've been hanging at the edge for both of them.
Yeah. That's good.
What's the deal, just real quick, for playbook advances from other books? Because Canter, like, he's already kind of a mishmash of stuff.
Yeah.
Like as the rules have changed, like he's become kind of a mess.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you want to take a move for another playbook, that's fine.
Okay.
I think technically you have 2 already, but
that's that's what I was wondering.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Canter, he never really fit in one thing exactly, so
yeah. I'm gonna take, just so I don't overlap. Do you have brutal, RC?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking of taking that too. I'll take something from the cutter, but
there's nothing wrong with multiple brutal. I mean,
I was thinking brutal or tough as nails.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have not to be trifled with, but
yeah, Ghost Hunter. I don't know if that's your jam. I mean, if you want another kind of like
anything to do with this supernatural, I'm just like, it's like it doesn't even exist to me. Yeah. I think I'm gonna take brutal.
There's a move, the slides move, the Rook's Gambit move, where you can substitute an action for something else. I could kind of see Canter doing that, where you like use your natural like fightiness in social situations, so your shitty social skills don't matter as much. But
like where every conversation is a fight.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, actually.
It's interesting. I mean, playing up your weaknesses is fun too, but that might be a way to turn them into a strength if you want to.
I'm gonna do that because then I'm gonna do that, and I'll pair it with another die in skirmish. And
I was gonna say, if you bump skirmish, then that gives you 3 dots both in skirmish and in any other.
And like every social interaction with Canter is a fight anyway. So.
Yeah, which makes sense to leverage your skirmish as command, because you're just like, you want to go, and
there
totally
is a bit of that threat implied, right? Like
he has no subtlety. Like sway isn't about convincing you; it's about like, if you don't do what I say, I will just fight you anyway. So
it could cross a threshold for him too, because you go from like being shitty at that to like actually being good at it, which is very interesting.
Yeah,
transformation.
Cool.
Let's do Bloodletters real quick. You did not do any hawkering tonight. Oh no, you did actually.
Yeah, we did.
You got a new client.
Yeah, we
What
did.
the fuck am I saying?
Yeah.
You totally did. That's 1 XP. Hang on, the things on this sheet are messed up.
These are the wrong checks,
Yeah,
but
they're the wrong ones. I'll
Are
find.
you,
I'll
are
go.
you updating it? I can. I mean, I'm.
Yeah.
so the Hawkers ones are
So
execute a successful product acquisition, big sale, or territory control operation.
yep. I think big sale totally counts for Tabajo.
Yeah.
Word.
No, I think that's only just worth 1 though. Maybe.
Okay.
I think. I mean, I don't know. It could be 2.
I'm fine with.
Borderline.
One is fine. We'll push for it more if it becomes.
Challenges above your current station. You guys are
Yeah.
tier 2. Yep.
Right.
With Bajo and with
Bajo's
the
two.
crows. Yeah. No, the Lamplax are 3 now.
Well then, 2 XP it is.
2 XP it is.
Take that.
Bolster your crew's reputation. You guys are killers into weird stuff and proud, I think. You should get 2 for proud because fuck everyone.
That was.
Yeah.
That
Fuck
was
you,
really
both grandma
impressive.
and grandpa. Both of y'all.
Yeah, everyone.
Get up out of here.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
I feel
I
like
think
that
you
one's
did
like such a
an
gimme.
entire aside on the essential nature of the crew.
I mean, it's such a gimme for this particular game group that we might as well just always take 2 for that.
Right. Like so there was these points where like we didn't know where we were gonna be, where like Canter goes and stabs a dude, and like RC's like could be like, no, Canter, don't do that, but instead it was like, no, Bajo, fuck you, this is what you get. And the same thing was like when Canter was like, yeah, she'll kill you too.
Well, the thing is, we're all, as a gang, we're all getting better at being a horrible thing.
Yes, exactly.
The bad thing, the bad, horrible thing that's at the core of all of us is just getting more sharp and on fire and like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I rewrote that.
The edge.
I rewrote that XP trigger because of this game. So, like, you guys are almost always going to get it and get it in spades. Take 2 for that.
And Sean and Cantor, I apologize profusely for no assists, but I was ready with that 5 stress tempest desperate move. If you roll
Yeah, you gotta.
Oh, it's good. It's all good.
The Whisper's got to save that the stress in their back pocket for like hurricane. Everyone run. Yeah, you gotta have it.
The thing is, like Oscar choosing not to act doesn't mean like Cantor wouldn't be bothered by that. He'd be like, yeah, of course. Like you're just there to be creepy. Like you don't have any. You're not very street, Oscar.
No, I'm not.
And that's okay. I think I'm told you do something in this game.
It's very
but honestly, I just kind of like having you around because you're weird. And
you
like,
we had one real moment with him when you fought the Hollows in the basement, but Cantor's probably like, pushed the memory away. Yeah.
Yeah, Cantor's really good at selective memory. So.
Yeah, that's his specialty.
He recrafts it, revisionist. So we got a crew advance, and then we got so much XP that we're not too far away from another. So when we get a crew advance, we're each going to get 5 coin. Holy shit. And
just rolling in the money.
Pick a move. I don't know if we have
like another 5 on top of the one that we got.
Another 5, yeah.
Another 5.
Yeah.
Balling out of control.
Those lifestyles are just you're stacking them.
What we could do is we could throw it into the gang's vault, so that we can go up to tier 3 pretty soon.
Yeah,
we can put some of it in there.
Well, you guys should put some in because I'm behind you on lifestyle. So I think I'm actually going to put things in stash because
I'm still only base life, so
still only base life.
Yeah, I need to get up if we're gonna be doing that. I'm 5 away. If I keep these 5, oh no, I'm like 7 away. God damn it!
You still can't get there.
I mean, whatever. I don't care.
Well, we'll be all right. But I think that in particular for Oscar, I haven't spoken to John about this, but I know that there's probably going to be a fancy party at Skurlock Manor where people are invited at some point in the not too distant future. They got to get that shit cleaned up, yo.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's cool. Let's throw it in stash. The crew will get plenty of coin on our score.
All right. Cool.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, cool. And think about your crew advance, and we'll do it. We'll do it.
Independent. And what was the other one, Sean?
Independent and workshop. So
Workshop done. Yeah. So now we can have our adepts make shit on their own. Well.
Right. Yeah, your cohorts can operate well without your direct supervision, and you have a workshop to make drugs in. Is that the idea? Yeah.
Don't fucking hesitate.
No, I'm just asking.
No, not you, Oscar. There was a pause. No, this is a drug workshop, not a magic bullshit workshop. It's for drugs. We make drugs here. Don't even with your idols and your totems and shit. Like that creepy Birdman garbage elsewhere.
Everyone tell Canter it's for drugs. He can't tell. He actually can't tell.
No.
Just tell him. Just tell him it's for drugs. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
What the hell is this powder? Drugs? Oh, okay.
Those are drugs. Those are definitely drugs.
For drug stuff.
That's not mummy dust. It's drugs.
It's like the opposite of talking to your parents. That's not for drugs. That's not a for drugs thing, Mom. It's for a science project. It's cool. Where we smoke drugs. Cool.
Oh boy.
So this wasn't in the sheet, but the crew was loyal before. So now they're loyal loyal and savage.
Yeah.
So now they're loyal, independent, and savage.
It's pretty good.
And I particularly like independent as well, not just for our adepts making drugs, but also like we just elevated Cyclops. We just were telling him you're in charge of some shit. There's some hierarchy here. They can run stuff on their own.
Yeah, they can do stuff now. You can be like, our crew works on this project without us. They can get shit done. That's good.
Yeah.
Right.
We have our next 3 advances planned.
You gotta have a plan. You gotta look in the future.
Look, it's not just all ruining your love life and pissing off the governments of other countries. It's also about planning.
Right. Exactly. You gotta square away your future.
You know those 5-hour planning sessions that you always say are the worst, John? Josh and I have them on GChat. What advance we should have?
The game is bad, but we love it.
Look, as long as you can do it off camera, it's fine.
Actually, let me be frank. What it was is before this, both of us were facing opposite each other. We had different goals. And now that we're aligned, one of the things that we talked about is what we each see as the future of the gang, which is almost exactly what you want out of this game.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So that's where a lot of that came from. But that's which boxes do we take discussion too. So
I mean, that's what we play to find out, right? There were touch and go moments for 6 sessions of this game that were, can these people align to do anything together at all? Is it gonna fall apart? And we found out, yeah, it's not gonna fall apart. They're gonna do it. So it's exciting. I mean, particularly with tonight, a lot of shit has been building up. The conspiracy that you guys never really found anything out about, that I had to just spill because of some good rolls and the one dude who could tell you. And then I was like, well, and now, I have to deliver them to the Eruvians to get fucked. Everything was going so well, but oh well. I mean, I guess we got to have a big setback now. And they were like, actually, your problems don't matter and you should leave.
That's the thing you want. You're not going to get it. It's not for you.
But later, if you want to move drugs with us, you got my number.
Yeah. I think, Adam, I think you said it really well. It's the success. There's a danger in this game that you're going to become the bad people that you might become, and you are becoming them. And we're gonna see them flourish instead of not.
Well, I think that's the thing. I've been playing Canter this way from the get go, where it's if you sat these characters down, for the most part, I think Oscar might be different. You set them down and you were like, okay, what the fuck? Like, where are you going with all this? Like, what's going to happen in a year or 5 years to you? Where will you be?
Oscar's right with you there.
Yeah, it's like, I don't give a fuck about 5 years from now. I got to go get drunk right now. I got to go kill some people. I got to do shit. Shit's got to get done. Like, thinking ahead is for players, not characters.
Yeah.
I find in this game, at least.
I agree.
Oscar's convinced that he's a fucking mastermind and he thinks way ahead.
Yeah.
Probably by 2 weeks instead of the party tonight, but you know.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you guys were really people who planned ahead about their lives, you would play ball in the system and you'd work in a factory and you'd slog home every day and live in a hovel and let the nobility shit on you all the time.
Yeah.
You're not those type of people. You're the type of people that say fuck you to all that. So you can't at heart be reasonable. You've left that behind. It's exciting. It's fun. And
yeah,
man,
and it feels like there's still so much more. I mean, like we've done a lot and we've gotten through this somehow, but like it feels like there's so much more that like there's still all these gangs and like we want to rule Crowsfoot, but let's say we do that. I want to get some vengeance on the nobility. Fuck Papa Keel. Like I still want that, and it's not necessarily trying to get the whole life back. It's just we're at the state where we can take him down. So I mean, like this game just has so many legs. Like you just keep playing. Like could just go on.
It's exciting. I'm very excited to see what becomes of you guys. It's an endlessly fascinating series of events for me as a GM. So
good.
Thank you for that, and thank you for staying up way too late to finish this game session. And thank you, chat, for staying with us and watching. We went like double our normal time or more, but it was worth it. It was amazing. It was one of the best crits I've ever seen in a game. Just a real. I mean, last week we were saying like, man, that was what a great session, what a high point, and this just was right there. Like it was so good. It's really gratifying to play with you guys and to get to share it with everybody on the internet. So I feel very lucky. This is super cool.